I think we're live. So, hello everyone. Welcome back to another live stream. My name is Matthew, to whomever may be in the chat, which is probably nobody because it does take a while for people to actually kind of get in. If you hear something blowing, it's just gonna be the heater because my heater does have an automatic timer. So sometimes it'll shut off for like a little bit and then it'll turn back on and then it'll shut off, turn back on, and it's been kind of doing that since because well, it is cold. I'm not gonna lie. So if without a heater, you're basically screwed. So yeah, so it's just a basic live stream. We're not doing like any sort of thing in particular. We're just kind of being productive. Just tonight, working on some Golden Glory, working on some Ares Godzilla show, working on a bit of both, you know, because there is a lot of stuff I do want to like tackle tonight. Some stuff I also want to talk a bit about is regards to the advent calendar, which, if you have not been paying attention to my community tab, I did kind of start like posting the advent calendars like a bit more sporadically just because like I was away for a few days. But now I'm back. Thankfully back up and rolling. And essentially I'd want to just kind of like put those episodes out a bit more frequently. So right now we're in catch-up mode. I previously, just before I actually logged on, I put, I just filmed and finished day 13, which should be going out tomorrow or today, depending on what your time zone is. And then after that will be, tomorrow after I go to bed and then wake up, you know, all that singer stuff. I'll be doing episode 14 and then 15 and then 16. Well, episode 14 tomorrow and then for getting all jumbled up. Episode 15 and 16 the following day, and then we'll get to 17 on 17. That's the hope. Because if I don't do that, then I'm probably gonna have to like scramble. Because guess what? I'm just so happen to be leaving again at the end of the month. So, yay for me. Of course, it is another family related orientated thing. It's just, you know, family stuff does tend to kind of get in the way of my hobbies a bit, but at the same time, I should be looking at like my hobbies might get in the way of my family life. So, because at the end of the day, what's more important, your family personal life or your hobby life? That's a very good question. But as it stands, well, there goes the heater. It's gonna do like that thing where it, like turns off for a little while and then like it turns back on. It's automated, so um okay, like I was saying here, it's going to be pretty difficult to actually like pull through and get all the episodes done in a timely manner, especially like on top of everything else I want to do in the month. Because I still have yet to put out any more episodes of Golden Glory. I did put out like that short story not that long ago. There was like an older story that I wanted to make or like put out for a little while. And then I had also put out a new series of Ares Godzilla Show Season 2 remastered episodes, which those have been fun to bring back. You know, there's like this whole movement. I'm not sure if you guys use TikTok all that often, but there's like this whole movement on TikTok to like bring back 2016 and make it the new 2026, or make 2026 the new 2016. And I want to kind of contribute to that by literally bringing in videos that I made from 2016 to 2026. And not to mention, the series, the Amber's Godzilla Show itself, is turning 10 years old in 2026. So we've literally come full circle. I think that's pretty ironic, if you ask me. Hello to BFDI and Teapot Book. Like, I don't think you can get any more, like, full circle than that. Hello to Tops Wormsley. Wow, I did not expect you to be here. Thank you so much. I did not expect that. Thank you so much. Um, so yeah, that's gonna be 2026. Looking at the dates as well. Mineral Island. I finished writing the pilot, actually, the pilot episode, which is like a test proof of concept, and I do like it a lot. It's some of the concepts I had for it were originally done in 2022, 2023, back when I was thinking about canceling the original series and bringing in a reboot. I got to go to bed, but I can listen, but I got to go to school. Bye. Peace out. Peace out. Uh, Sorry I did the live stream so late. Promise I'll start doing them more regular time, but do keep in mind that it does kind of clash with my sister's schedule because she does her own live streams, which are completely unrelated to mine. So she has her own thing, I have my own thing. So, anyways, that said, yeah, so the pilot is a lot better in my personal opinion because it's a lot longer. It's 10 pages. No, it's okay, you can stream. Thank you. Um, the just to kind of like provide some context, the pilot script is about 10 pages long and focuses primarily on four characters. Well, technically five, because in the original series there was like nine characters. And like that was not really going to be acceptable for a series that will only have like what, six, eight episodes at max. So I decided to cut some characters from the cast, and there's still like, of course, Bowling Ball himself is going to be in it. Trying to think here. So yeah, Bowling Ball is going to be in it. Diamond is going to be in it. The Hand Twins are going to be in it. Squarebot himself, I mean, of course. I don't want to like give too much away, but Squarebot is almost like the catalyst of the plot, like the thing that really gets the story going. So there is that. It'll also take a look at some of the backstory of some of the characters and really show like more of the world that I wanted to establish from the original 2018 series. And I can actually say that even though this isn't exactly canon in the sense of it's the same universe, they're the same incarnations of the characters, they're not. It's not the same universe, but it is set in the same multiverse. That's what I'm really excited about because it is set again, like I just mentioned, it is in the same multiverse. But the Golden Warrior series, specifically from season four, technically well, actually no, that's not season four anymore, damn it. Season five to season nine, they had traveled from universe to universe and they'd explore like alternate versions of themselves. There was like one that were completely neon, there was one that where they like had all these like animalistic features like wings and tails and everything. There was another one where they literally went back in the past and did a competition with their past selves. It was a lot of fun. I like to personally imagine had they done that one more time, this is the universe that they would have gone to. So that's going to be like really fun to explore. Like this universe, specifically what this universe has in store. And the heater's about to be turned back on. So there we go. How you can tell because I can actually hear like a tiny little click in the back. So, um, trying to also think here. In terms of voice cast, I'm going to be returning as some of my base characters. I don't want to be voicing all the ones that I currently voice because I do, in my personal opinion, I would like to spread it around a little bit more. For example, right now in the main show, I voice Brandon the Bowling Ball, and then I kind of voice, well, I obviously do voice the Hand Twins, which are like kind of a more rougher version of me. And then I do also Mr. Pin, which is like, you gotta go all the way down to here. And I kind of act a little bit more professional in a way. Um, so yeah, there's that. Also Squarebot, which is literally just this with a robotic filter over it. I love robotic filters in my opinion. They were always so much fun. I just like voice filters in general. I don't know. I have so much fun with filters, regardless if it's face or voice, just whatever. They're so much fun to mess with. But that said, I would also like to start spreading the love a bit more, if that makes any sense. So also, if you're wondering what I'm doing behind the scenes, I'm doing Golden Warriors season three. Sorry, season three. We're way past season three, aren't we? Season 11, episode 3, which I'm gonna just reveal the title right now. Chime in time. So yeah, there you go. Also, if you guys saw, I put out a new Mugen video. Hope you guys enjoy that. Well, in case you, hold on. Well, if you ever need any additional feminine voices, I'm always happy to help with your work. Thank you so much. I do have a particular place that I could squeeze you in. But it all depends on if a certain someone will get back to me. You know who you are. You've been in my streams before. Doink doink. I don't know why I did that doink doink. Maybe as a little poke. Doink doink. Whatever. Let's see. I can also confirm like right away, even though I showed it like a few weeks ago. How long was it? Like, I gotta go back to my posts here. I shared like a concept art of what Mineral Island will look like. And I kind of decided against the hand asset that I made just because like I wanted to go back to like the cartoony assets that I made previously. Because Hand himself isn't supposed to look like an actual humanoid hand. He's supposed to look like a cartoon hand. Like, if you've seen the Captain Underpants movie, there's this scene where Harold, one of the main characters, like gets his hand completely enlarged. It's supposed to look like that. So I'm gonna kind of like go back to that aspect. Shoot, that went completely out of order. Oh, also, I guess I would also like to talk about, like, if we're on the topic of my shows, as we usually are, I feel like it's no bueno to address the big 600 plus episode, 23 seasoned video game, 4 filmed elephant in the room, isn't it? The Amber's Godzilla show, which, yeah, next year, as I previously mentioned, it's going to be turning 10 years old. 10 damn years. My God. I genuinely can't believe I've been doing this show for nearly a decade now. Like, I was 11 years old when the first episode came out. I'm gonna be 21 by that time. Like, there's, it's seriously like, when you've been doing YouTube videos for as long as I have, you really start to feel the age on them. Like, not only on them, but yourself as well. Like, not only that, but you just see the evolution of where you started versus where you are now. Like, it's nostalgic in a way. Like, this is your childhood filmed on video, right? So that's like something I'm really happy about. Also, I would like to shout out my friend Logan, even though I've shouted him out like several damn times. He's been there since day one. Okay, he's been there since the channel's conception. He's been there since I first started. We were on the playground in elementary school. I talked to him like several times about what we're going to do YouTube next. We did YouTube for a while together. until he eventually stopped and like pursued other arts and mediums. Obviously, his choice. From what I know, he's right now tackling other sorts of well, again, art forms, but he is supposed to be coming back soon, which like thank God. I thought like he wasn't ever going to return. I used to only record myself playing toys and trying to make shows with them when I was only 7, but I abandoned those long ago. But I'd love to look back on those missed fun days. But they were pretty bad, but I had a lot of fun making them. Oh, so I guess we both kind of came from similar origins, didn't we? Do you still have them? Like, are they up on like a channel, maybe privated or unlisted, or maybe even public? Yeah, but since the channel name is my real name IRL, I won't say it in chat. Understandable. Some people don't like their privacy. Hold on. I can send you them on Discord. Oh, sure. Like, listen, some people don't want their real names out online. That's fine. It's my choice to have mine and my face on the internet. I've had them since, again, the channel's conception. In fact, the channel's original name was literally Matthew Kozub, so. Do, 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 do. Frick my foot. All right, so they're just finishing up that frame. Oh, my nose. A little side effect from when you actually get like a flu or some sort of cold or anything that acts up your sinuses is that it's still like you still kind of feel it, right? You still kind of sneeze every now and then, and it's from your cold, right? So you're trying to like think from the something I also eventually do want to bring back is not only just like I sneeze constantly regardless. Everyone's different. I really can't speak on behalf of everyone, but from my personal experiences, sneezing, like, of course, it's kind of standard. Your sinuses get like super inflamed, and then you just go, achoo. Anyway, tomorrow, well, actually, literally just now, starting now, we have, trying to look at it, one, two, I already counted it, 14 new Mugen fights, plus an advent calendar episode. So that's 15 videos for tomorrow, total, in one day. 1 hour, one day, sorry, every video, 1 hour of each other. Oh, wait, I completely forgot about the 10th anniversary thing. I do have an announcement to share regarding the 10th anniversary of Tabgus. I'm not going to reveal it yet. It's something I've alluded to and have been working on for the last few years. Mainly like from like the mental standpoint of like, what could this project potentially look like? Mainly from that perspective. So it is a project I've been working on again for a very long time. The only thing I am going to say is that the Tabgus crew is not alone. And I'm not talking about in the show itself. I'm just going to leave it at that. Something I also, oh, there goes the heater again. It's about to go on 3, 2, 1, and there you go. So it's very off and on, like I may mention, but see, I've got it down to pretty much like a science. Also, if you guys paid attention, the thumbnail is a sneak peek at season 11, episode 3. So take that for what you will. Right, my foot. It's sitting on my foot the whole damn time. Freaking up my blood circulation. Now it's all tingly. But fell asleep. Damn it. Hello, CCD 18, the voice of Ping Pong Ball and Square. Himself in the real, in the blood, and in the flesh. There you go. Guarantee CCD has never been introduced like that. Next thing you know, someone's going to start speaking of CCD like an ancient god. Long ago, there was a tale of a man named CCD-18. I don't know. You fill the rest in yourself. Sometimes I'm very outlandish with my jokes, and I don't know where to take them. So that's that. Something I also want to do next year is voice act in another object show, or at least some act in another production. It's been a few years since I've actually done a proper other show, and that makes sense. Because the last one I did was from 2021, and it was canceled. The first episode got out, but after that, the whole production just ceased to be. And I don't even think episode 1 is publicly available anymore, which rip. So the only thing I have left is my clips. But aside from that, yeah, I do want to kind of voice act in another production, regardless if it's animated, live action, or something like that, beyond my channel's core projects. I want to do something large scale, which, funny enough, I actually was part of one a few years ago, but just for privacy reasons, I will not be revealing what it was. So I'm just going to keep it at that. I know what it is. Some people know what it is, but I'm just going to leave it at that. Funny you mentioned voice acting. I had a project I was going to ask you about on Discord, but it's not a show. I'll give details later. Is it a game? A mod? An audiobook? A movie? But I am very interested, so hit me up. It's a game. I'm actually kind of interested in that now. I was not expecting a game, honestly. Ow, my wrist. I gotta remember not to swear on because I'll admit, personally, I'm an adult. I am perfectly fine admitting this. I have a potty mouth. Behind the scenes, I have a potty mouth. And even something like a little scare or a little me getting hurt, I'll swear. I'll be real. That's also part of the reason why I created Turco Creations, for anyone interested. Even though I haven't uploaded to that in a little while. Also, something I want to do with Turqua Creations. Let me know if you guys would be interested in this. With me covering adult animation, like not just Family Guy, The Simpsons, and South Park, and all that stuff. I'm talking like the Hellaverse. Has Been Hotel, Hell of a Boss. Those shows. Like, if you guys would want me to do videos based on those, because I'll admit, I haven't seen the shows, like, in proper, but if you guys want me to do, like, some videos based on those, let me know, because I'm all up in the air with them. I listened to one of the Has-Been songs from season 2. Oh, God, what was it? The one with, like, Vox and Lucifer? That one was really cool. If you know, you know the context of those scenes, but it's such a banger, especially like the intro part with Lucifer. Again, should be saving like this sort of talk for Turqua, but damn, is it just a banger. I almost wish the whole song was just Lucifer singing like the rock part of it. Actually, like speaking of games, it's kind of funny because the original, okay, how did I best put this? The first iteration of Golden Glory ever posted online was a scratch game called Escape the Fire Demon, which is canon to the 2018 series. Season 10 explains it. Essentially, Brandon, after winning season 1, he cashes the gold pyramid to like straight up money, and he buys the abandoned pyramid that the fire demon is banished at, and the fire demon tries to get his attention or like call for help, but he treats that as like, oh god, this thing is attacking me. And so it's like a side-scrolling horror game I made like back in 2018. So if you want to be technical, Golden Glory is a video game series first, animated series second, which means the Golden Glory movie is an adaptation, a video game adaptation. I'm just saying. This also means Brandon the Bowling Ball is eligible for Super Smash Brothers. Just needs millions of fans behind him, and yeah. Love that song. I do too. I would play it on stream, just kind of have like a little rock out session, but I'd probably get copyright claimed. And Tops already knows how frustrated I am with copyright claims. No joke. Another video of mine got copyright claimed since. It was Amber's God's Old Movie 2 remastered, and like, frick. Because I added music, kind of like improved the audio of the original, and then like sent it off as a new video. Frick, got copyright claimed. Copyright is really strict with Has-Been Hotel songs, sadly. I mean, to be fair, it is an Amazon series, and I know Apple is a lot. Sorry, frick, wrong company, damn it. Amazon is like very chain around the neck, very tight when it comes to copyright. I've seen a lot of reactions to the episodes, and like, I kid you not, so many of them just had it muted, like understandably so. Like, if I were them, I'd probably do the same thing. I remember, like, actually, I once covered the Super Mario movie Peaches song as Godzilla, and I was doing it in the perspective to Mothra. I know, it's like really weird. It was like back in 23. And for the first few days, I guess like Nintendo or Universal still had yet to put in the copyright ID system. And so this was like, yes, I'm in the clear. And then a few days pass. I check my notifications. Your video has been copyright claimed. It's like, God damn it. Ooh, I've got a good idea for this scene. You guys will see what I'm talking about when the episode eventually drops. Shoot. Also, if you guys have noticed in my community tab, like specifically talking about Mugen, because I know at least one of you guys wants to know, is I previously had lifted the rule of like the request needs to be like related to the channel's core themes. I decided to lift that just because like I do want to tackle like more stuff from web animation and pop culture. And I feel like what better way to do that than literally having a fighting game that actually does that? You know, you can literally have any character you want from pop culture in there, so as long as there exist mods for it. A fight that I actually wanted to do, and I'm gonna probably be posting soon, is Goku versus Hulk. I tried the fights. My God, is it such an intense fight? Like, I kid you not, it's probably one of the craziest ones I've ever done on the channel yet. Very anime-esque, though. And there goes the heater again. See, I can tell because, like, the little click. Just like that. Ah, nice back cracking. Not sure if you guys can even hear any of that. Ah, my back. Anyway. You know, it's actually like kind of funny, like in regards to the episode I'm animating right now. The episode in question, I actually had written in the script plus to say like certain swear words. There's like the one scene which is basically like the whole episode. Anchor does nothing. Okay, he's basically like Box from I post or pre-season 2's finale, where like Box does nothing at all, and Anchor essentially does the same thing. So when Plus, who's currently working as a mail delivery woman, basically she uh, tries to give Anchor a package, but needs him to sign it, and unfortunately, Anchor can't sign things because they don't actually know if Anchor's alive. Like Anchor has no face, no limbs, but somehow is able to move on his own. So I had like in order to really showcase just how pissed Plus can be, is like how it's just this make curse swear. There we go. I don't know why I'm stuttering so much. I'm tired. I had a lot of caffeine today. Watch as I say that, and I go for like freaking 2 monsters tomorrow. I don't know about you guys, but I actually love Monster. Like the drink, that's like one of my favorites. I don't really also have like a favorite type. I always kind of stick with the original just because like it is the OG. My sister loves those monsters. They're the best, man. Especially like the big cans of Monster. You want, listen, I am saying this to everyone currently listening. Every eardrum needs to hear this. If you are going to drink Monster, grab or find those big jumbo sized cans. There exist these cans where it like has like the little twist lids, not like the little tab opening ones, but the little twist lids. If you twist it, it is designed to burst, like almost like a pop, and it even like steams out, like fog comes out. That's how you know you're in business, and that's how you know things are about to get real. You want maximum energy? Screw Red Bull, screw Rockstar, screw Zoa. Monster is where it's at. Those monsters specifically. Max it out. I'm not sponsored. That M not only means Matthew, but it means monster. King of the monsters. Whoa. All right. Sorry for my little rant. Would that classify as a rant? My little pep talk about Monster? You can tell I like those monsters, okay? I also like Doritos. You mix those two together, not literally in the literal sense, but if you eat Doritos while having Monster, I am so happy for that entire day. Hello, little kitty. My little cat's here. You have anything to say to the camera? Well, I guess the mic. I mean, it is my phone. So, I mean, I don't want to turn the camera on right now. You have anything to say to the camera? Anything to say to the audience? If you're wondering who it is, it's Piper, the infamous off-screen cat. Wait, when was her first appearance on the channel? Off-screen cat. September 23rd, 2020. Okay. I've also, I guess I might as well just mention this. Oh, hi, Piper. You have anything to say to Tops? Come on, you're usually more vocal than this. Say something. I don't know. She's not being very vocal right now. Funny enough, my other two cats are right behind me, Nala and Thomas. Nala is my oldest one. She's, I think, oh God, how old is she? Like 11, turning 12 next year. So yeah, she's an old cat. Thomas is about 2 or 3, and Piper's about 5, turning 6 next year. The reason I don't remember half of their ages is because, you know, when you adopt a cat, they're already born. You know, you're not exactly sure how old they are. But to be fair, we did get all three of them when they were kittens, so that could provide a good estimate as to how old they are. Only problem is that we'll never really get to know their true birthdays. Okay, I'm down there. Do you guys hear her purring? She's not exactly the loudest purrer, but she does purr. I don't even know if my camera's picking that up. My cat Nova purrs really loud, lol. How old is Nova? I think he's around 12 now. Just around the same age as Nala. You know, I love cats personally. Like I've been asked a few times, like if I prefer cats or dogs, specifically on Telenym, but I honestly can't decide. Like honest to God, I literally can't decide. I'm a person who grew up with both. You know, when you're a person who has like tons of cats, tons of dogs over the years, you tend to like grow up and have an emotional attachment to both of them, right? So picking between the two really just feels like you're picking between family. You might say, oh, well, I like this sibling more than I like that sibling. But in reality, you love them both, right? Also, doesn't help that, like, three of my dogs, I'd say goodbye to three of them this year. To TLDR it because I really don't like, I'll probably talk about it in a future video, even though I've talked about it on the channel maybe a few times. I had two pugs named PJ and Lucy. They're actually the name inspirations of locations within the GG series. So I guess by that I'm keeping their legacy alive, even though they've been like that since they were alive. PJ was like, God, how old was he again? Like 13, 14, which is pretty old even for the standard of a pug, right? PJ was just getting too old. He lost a lot of his teeth. He could barely walk, so we made the difficult decision to put him down. Sorry if this is getting a little depressing, but I feel like it's at least worth bringing up, especially since like we're on the topic of animals and such. And Lucy unfortunately passed unexpectedly because we'd taken her to the vet, and it turns out she had cancer. So unfortunately, it was very aggressive, and there was just like little to no chance that she could actually be saved at that point. So we had to make the difficult decision to put her down too. Um, so yeah. And as for the third one, Sophie, which I can actually say, Sophie's not. Sophie hasn't passed. Sophie is still very much alive and well. unfortunately just had to let her go, give her up because uh we just couldn't sustain her anymore. She was a certain type of dog that just needed the space, right? So that's why, personally. Um, it's something that definitely hit me the most because I had a lot of time to mentally prepare myself for PJ and Lucy, but not Sophie. Though we still have Millie though. Millie's still with my parents and they're getting along fine, which thank God. So really just enjoy your pets while they last. And that's just the takeaway from all that. I know that feeling. My cat Lincoln lived till 20, but his back leg stopped working. He was deaf and half blind. He was miserable, so we had to let him go. My condolences. Especially if that was like a recent one. Not trying to invalidate if that was like an old one, but we both can sympathize with the idea of losing like a long time pet. But 20 years for like a cat, that's incredible that Lincoln lived that long. So my condolences to you, Tops. Really, like my condolences. Especially like a childhood pet. So I resonate with that. I sympathize and relate. Yeah, we had him for a very long. He had a very long life. I'm glad that we were able to have him as long as we did. And that's the most important takeaway. Like I made mention, enjoy things while they last. Because I don't know how much I want to say, but let's just say I lost a lot this year, a lot more than I was anticipating, and a lot more I was willing to give up. But I understand that that is just what life brings. You lose some stuff, you gain more. And I'm confident that in 2026, that for both of us and for everyone, that for everything that we've lost this year and previous years, we're going to gain a lot more. It might not seem like it, but we will. I've gained a lot this year, not just necessarily new figures, but new friends, just new life memories, new things, just in general. And I'm so happy that I'm able to just, I don't even know where I was going with that, but still, it's keep yourself upbeat, is what I'm trying to say. What are you doing, little kitty? Something happened to your attention? Yeah, Piper's noticing something right behind the camera. What are you doing, critter? Oh, also in terms of I guess I might as well talk about it. In terms of like new figures, I'm getting some new ones pretty soon. I know I literally just got one, but I'm supposed to be getting two of them from the aftermarket pretty soon, and I'm also hoping I'm gonna sound kind of selfish when I say this, but it's only because I've been asked to it's only been asked Frick Matthew. It's only because I was asked to make a list for Christmas and I did put down some new figures, so I'm hoping to get some new figures this holiday, but I'm not biting my tongue on that. Wow, we've been live for over 50 minutes now. Almost an hour. Full 60 minutes. 100, well, 1:00:00. There you go. I'm waiting. Also, behind the scenes, I've been jotting down some potential new ideas for Spiral Season 2, since I did, like, originally consider doing a Spiral Season 2. Like, again, nothing's, like, officially greenlit still, just because there are several projects I do want to get out of the way before I tackle a Spiral Season 2. I'd love to see Spiral make a return. It's coming soon. Like, listen, Spiral is coming back. It's on the horizon. There's something. I mean, don't forget, I also have to do the pilot thing, which I meant to get out on the goddamn anniversary, but unfortunately, again, family life just got in the way. You know, it's kind of ironic that after I move away, like out of my parents' house and like more or less like away from everyone else, the more busy I become with other family work. It's so funny. It's ironic. But it's happening. It's on the way. It's literally on the horizon. All I can say. But yes, like I may mention, just some rocks I want to get out of the way first. Also, I already talked to a friend of mine about this, but there was a leak for the new Godzilla and Kong film, Supernova, and it turns out that a certain someone from space is making an appearance. A certain crystallized brother of Godzilla, you know who you are. One random question that might be related to the project I mentioned earlier. Hmm. How are you at a phone guy impression from FNAF 1? I've tried to do though before. I'd have to like cause like that's just Scott, right? That's just Scott. Let me go back. I mean, I'll probably just talk about this with you privately because I'm not sure how FNAF 1. I like to record it. Just trying to test my voices here. Oh hell. That is loud. Trying to review my work here. Yeah, that's Scott. I could probably do that, but like most of the voice is particularly from the filter, since it's a very heavy phone filter. So most of my voice would probably get distorted anyway. Unless you're specifically asking about the voice minus the filter. So I could definitely do that. It doesn't have to be spot on, but could you put your own spin on it too? Hmm. Now, as a matter of fact, so I know it can be a bit overwhelming. So whatever they tell you, there's nothing to worry about. You'll be fine. I mean, I've got it pretty much down to a science when it comes to the phone calls. Okay, actually, here, funny enough, we never end up doing this, but there was like you guys know like senior pranks, right? I was actually going to play the FNAF 1 phone calls over the speaker intercoms. Like, no joke, I was literally going to do it. The thing that prevented me was that we didn't actually have a proper way of like putting the audio onto the speaker system because my old high school used a very, very old speaker system. So unfortunately, we weren't able to do that. We can chat on that later. Okay. Hmm. Also, I gotta shave my beard. I don't know if you guys have actually ever noticed, but I grow my facial hair pretty fast. I know, weird topic thing, but I grow my facial hair pretty fast. Like literally as soon as I like shave it down, boom, starts growing back again. I remember like one video where I like made a Family Guy sandwich. Yes, that's real. I had like a very mighty beard and a bald head. I like that look. But facial hair just doesn't look good for me, like personally. My bangs grow really fast and love to cover my eyes completely. Trying to like think for a sec. Yeah, because like bangs are the fronts of your hair. I know some people who are like that. How often do you have to cut them? And there goes the heater again, and it's about to be turned on yet again. Yay, the heater's back. Well, they completely grow out at least like once a month. I have to shave my beard like at least every few days. Like of course that's kind of an unfair comparison anyway, because like that's literally the hair on your head versus facial hair. Because like I think facial hair grows faster than head hair. Hold on, let me see. Yes, facial hair does seem to grow faster or thicker because it's like okay. So I guess that's kind of an unfair comparison on my end. My apologies. Don't do that. I remember one time she came in and friggin' bumped my camera while I was recording. Like, damn, Viper, what are you trying to do? I'm saving for something here. Okay, I just remembered something. There was an old video I watched a few years ago. It was I think it was cartoon rap battles of history or something like that. I don't know, it was one of those rap battle channels from the 2010s that like hold on. I think that's what it was called. Was it just cartoon rap battles? Oh no, it was called Epic Rap Battles of Cartoons. Okay, never mind. Um, I just thought of this and then it just started getting stuck in my head. It was We Bear Bears versus the Crystal Gems from Steven Universe. Like that was actually such a banger song. It still is probably. I don't want to play it on stream just because like again, I'd probably get copyrighted because I love your videos. Thank you so much. I remember you requested some Mugen fights. I think I actually have some. Let's see. I can see her face reveal. I've done my face reveal several times over the years. But I kind of look like a mess right now, so. My lip chappy. And I don't exactly have lip balm on my person, so. How year are you? How old am I, you mean? Go. Let me just do this. No, that's not what I was selecting. It's kind of difficult dealing with like assets, so many assets on one page because you think you're selecting one, but in reality you're selecting another. And I even think the same thing goes with like just regular animating. Because let me tell you, I I actually made a Flash animation once. It was a few years ago, but like I don't think I've really done anything since then. Um what? I know that pain from making F&F sprites. You should have seen me trying to make assets for the first time back in 2019, 2020. Because, like, I think I explained it like an old video of mine, but, like, I'd have to remake. Because, okay, I'm going to say this. I didn't understand why do you mean by that, Top Swarmsley? Oh, just like the asset thing. Getting, just getting all caught up in, like, so many different, like, layers of an asset. Because, okay, back in 2020, I had to constantly remake the asset every time a character appeared on screen, which is why, like, Squarebot, oddly enough, exists, because I didn't know how to design a hand. So it wasn't until, like, I eventually started using PNGs as my sprites, sorry, my assets, sorry, um, Then I eventually decided to bring in hand, and then the rest became history. So Squarebot really just exists now because I didn't know how to properly design hand. Lore. Speaking of lore, I also want to explore, like, I've already mentioned this on my community tab, but I also want to explore a bit more of the entity, which is like the big character who unites all of the multi-Matthewverse together. All the characters you see have some form of relation to the entity. It's very story driven. You're going to see a lot more of it. What's your favorite game? Um, that's a good question. I mean, some people would think it'd be Angry Birds or Mugen, right? Well, then no, those aren't. I would personally say my favorite game right as of now would probably be actually Smash Flash 2. I love the game. It's very, very nostalgic. I almost wish I could do some Smash Flash games, but like gameplays. But the problem with that is like it's so laggy, at least on my computers, so I tend to personally like avoid it. Mugen or Minecraft? Absolutely Minecraft. I know it sounds like I'm not like a fan of Mugen, but here's the thing. Mugen was always a game I've always watched. I never really played all that much. I'll admit, I don't really play Mugen as a game. I usually just let the computer players beat the crap out of each other. Minecraft was always the game that I played like every time I get home from school, I'd play it. I'd go on servers, I'd go on with my Minecraft friends. You know, it was a lot of fun. I can troll a little bit. I'll be honest, I was a troll. Cheeky little one, yes, but I was still a troll. But as far as the animation is concerned for GG, I think that's about it. So we're gonna move on to Tavius. I lagging my phone. Move closer to your Wi-Fi router. Trying to actually go back here because so basically here I'm also like writing the script for the next episode of the Amber's Godzilla show, which is going to be, well, it's not the next season 23 episode 6. Bro, I got lagging. Well, I don't know what you want me to do about the lag. Hey Tops, you still here? Yeah, I'm here just drawing while I listen. What are you drawing? Draw a banana. Oh no, actually like the dancing banana. You know, like it's peanut butter jelly time, peanut like that stupid thing. My God, I'm just pulling out like all the stops on nostalgia here. Working on some assets for the project I mentioned. Ooh, I'm getting a little more interested. You're like literally knees deep into production right now. Freaky pencil in BFDI. What's so freaky about her? An episode? I mean, Pencil is kind of a freak anyway, so freaking trying to manipulate everyone into trying to get back into the alliance. There goes the heater again. Ack what? Here, I'll actually read you guys a piece of the script that I have um right now. This is from season 23, episode 6. Trying to I'm gonna actually pick out like a very clever part of the script here. What part shall I read out to you guys today? Or tonight? Or tomorrow? Or the future? Or in a century from now? This, what I say right now, is literature. This will be on the same level as William Shakespeare's work. It'll go down in history as some of the most cult classic pieces of words on Why You Mad. Am I mad? I'm not really mad at anything. If I sound mad, I'm sorry. I can't when I sound energetic, I guess I sound mad. I tend to get a little nuts. You know what, actually, I'm not even going to read a piece of this episode. Let's go ahead and read a piece from season 22, episode 6. Because that was actually a script I wrote like a few months ago, but never really got around to filming just because other circumstances in life and family. Oh, finally, you meow. Get up here. Get up here. Give me a little one. There you go. All right, here. I'll just read you out the first page of season 22, episode 6. So the episode cuts to a secret hideout with Red and Piggy tied together. Oh, where are we? Don't even finish that sentence. Terrence and I are getting annoyed by constantly listening to Mom say that every time we use the Hollow Earth portals. That's fair, but it's a good question. Where are we exactly? No idea. Suddenly, a mysterious voice enters the scene. I'll tell you where we are. Excuse me? Hello, Red. Kong? What are you doing here? No, I'm not Kong. I'm his clone. 2 more clones come in. We're also clones. Excuse me? Kong has clones? Yeah, years ago Kong decided to clone himself, but I thought they died off due to their genetic inferiority. You're right. We were close to dying until we found a miracle. You see, we found these guys. They pull off a sheet to reveal the Godzilla clones. The Godzilla clones? Godzilla also has clones? Godzilla has tons of clones. Ultra Godzilla, Reactor Godzilla, Space Godzilla, and those things. We're not just clones anymore, we're independent. Despite the fact you guys are always together. Anyways, can you explain to me how the hell or why the hell or what the hell is going on here and why you guys kidnapped us and the Godzilla clones? And then that's just the most I'll read out to you guys. My throat's getting dry. I'm gonna make myself some nice tea. Which is funny because I already got 2 in my name. 2 teas. You don't drink tea unless you got 2 teas. No, I'm just... You can tell that I am sleep deprived and I probably should be going to bed, but I'm too busy entertaining you guys who bother to stay here. We'll just wait for that kettle to boil. It's near instant anyway. It takes like a few seconds. It's actually a coffee machine, but we took out like the coffee little thing that contains the coffee. Gotta go. Peace out. Like I was saying, we took out the piece of like the thing that like holds the coffee pods, and we just literally made it like whatever it shoots out. So we use it pretty much for like most of our things, like noodles and such. Interesting. Not talk. Well, if it works, it works. That's true. And plus, it's a lot faster than just waiting for that damn pot of friggin' pot of water. It's a lot more efficient. I personally like to mix my tea with honey. Adds a lot more flavor, and it really helped me when I was getting over my cold a few weeks ago. Because my God, my throat needed that. And my tea is ready. There you go. Nice, calm nighttime. Isn't that the Czech Republic flag? Gonna be real here. I don't know my flags. I probably should have listened to Fun with Flags with Sheldon Cooper. See, if there's one Big Bang Theory spinoff they should make, it's that. I don't know if any of you guys are a fan of the Big Bang Theory. Wouldn't consider myself a fan. Like, I do find enjoyment in the show. Funny enough, because it's not my sort of like demographic. I usually just catch it whenever my parents are watching TV. Because they do like watch a lot of that more adult orientated stuff. But I have found The Big Bang Theory funny a few times. I remember there's like this one clip or the one moment in the show where I think Leonard is his name. He's like driving on the road and right beside him is like a TV that's like turned off and then it turns on with Sheldon's face goes like bazinga and then nearly gets into a car wreck. I'll never understand the origin or the meaning of 6-7. I don't even think it has a meaning. I think just people just decided that was going to be the next big thing. At least it was something like 21 or 69 and had meaning, or at least some form of context. No 6-7. Right, no 6-7. Because like for 21, the whole joke was like that one line that goes like, "What's 9 plus 10? 21? You stupid." And then 69, well, if you know, you know. I'm not going to say nor mention nor explain what it means or why it's funny. But as for 6-7, somewhat been somebody he said 6-7, 6-7, 6-7. Someone hates 6-7. A lot of people do. Why do you think people think we're in a meme drought right now? Because there's really no like big popular funny memes that are captivating every. Bro, I got battery 6-7 or 67%. Frick. I'll never look at that damn number the same way. Stupid 6-7. Quick, put your phone on the cord. Let it charge. So that way we can finally abolish 6-7. You know, we should start a movement. We should remove 67 from the number lineup. We should start a worldwide petition to get 67 removed. On their own, they're fine. But we should get rid of it. Actually, no, you know what? Screw it. All instances of the numbers 6 and 7. We should start a movement. And there goes my heater. Do you laugh? Do I laugh at the 6-7 meme? Not really. The 6-7 meme robbed me of my ability to count to 10 without cringing. I can only totally understand that. So I'm calling it right now to any of the world leaders out there. We need to get rid of the terms 6 and 7. We abolish them. Future generations are going to be counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. No more 6-7. We'll be parading the streets with signs and speakers, posting on social media, hashtag no more 6-7. We'll go the distance, go to the highest peaks. We'll go to the Mariana Trench. Instructions unclear. Now kids are saying 89 instead. God damn it. It's actually really good. Nice tea. I can't hear you. Oh, I'm. Sometimes I just don't talk. Because remember, I am also simultaneously working. You know what? If we're going to start treating every number like it's a meme or some form of joke, I have another petition. We ban numbers. Each and every number. 0 to whatever the highest number is, even though it keeps going. From 0 to infinity. We ban it all. No more. There will be only letters. No more numbers. If this means Teapot are getting canceled, then it's worth it. Instructions on clear kids are now saying AB. Damn. You know what? Fine. We'll just get rid of any sort of literature. We will just get rid of any sort of numerical or any sort of sign. Animatic battle. Oh god, I didn't even think of that. We'll just get rid of anything that is a symbol. Letters, numbers, punctuation, things like the dollar symbol. We'll get rid of that. We'll just get rid of it all day. We don't need it. We don't need it. If we have to get rid of languages too, and we have to go back to like grunting and growling at each other like when we were friggin' primates, like when we were like Neanderthals, we'll absolutely do that. Now they're making animal noises. It's a new sick kid. There's no winning for this, are we? I think we might have to eradicate the entire human race. That's what we might have to do. We might have to do that. So we should start a movement. A new one. A new movement in response to previous movements that didn't work. We tried getting rid of numbers, didn't work. We tried getting rid of letters, didn't work. We tried getting rid of language, didn't work. Now, our only choice is to get rid of humanity. Yes. So that way, there'll be no one and nothing to meme off of. No more 6-7. Good day, sir. Oh, that was oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, that was. I thought it was gonna be cooler than that. Ooh, blow on your drinks and food. Oh, that hurt. That warmed me up inside too much. Mamma mia. That tea. I've done a number to myself. And I swear to God, if anyone says 6-7. That kind of hurt. Okay, but yeah, okay. Let's make the next meme be like literally 2000 okay, 21 that's a 7, Matthew. 27,439. Very specific number, but at this point anything goes. That's better than 6-7. So there you go. Everyone listen to Tops. I love her ideas. see here. Yen Zard, I'm not talking a lot. I'm just very productive right now. I'm back. Welcome back. I'm front. Ah, wait a minute. It took me a second to realize what you meant. See, a while ago on my community tab, I had posted like what type of object show video should I do. And I do still intend on doing those types of videos, or the ones that I listed. One of them I actually wrote a script for, or at least partially wrote a script, which was like a beginners for BFDI and II. But guess what? Freaking the remasters come out for Inanimate Insanity, and boom, it's already outdated. So I just kind of like ditched it and left it in the mud. I'm also thinking about there's this one show of mine that I did have. It's called Matthew's House of Our Reviews, and I'm thinking about bringing it back for one last time just to give it a finale that I think it deserves. Because it was canceled, but like it's still kind of canon to everything else, so I want to like wrap up the story, even if it is for one last time. So if you guys would be interested in that, let me know. Even though I imagine like a lot of you don't know what Matthew's House of Our Reviews even is. Which like I wouldn't blame anyone because it's so niche on the channel in comparison to like the other shows I do. I'd be interested. Thank you. Stop it. Just a pop-up. So I also mentioned this on my community tab because I'm writing the Amber's Godzilla Show season 23. Is that for season 24? Yes, I'm thinking this far ahead. Season 24, I want to explore the afterlife, specifically heaven and hell. They've always existed within the verse, but I've never really outright said where the people who die actually go. And specifically the rules of which, not to mention I am getting a lot of ideas for the show, or sorry, the season via Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss. And before you guys are concerned, no, I'm not going to transform my show into a complete adult-orientated musical filled with a lot of references and stuff that would completely fly over my main audience's heads. This would just primarily be what their purpose is. They explore them a bit. Maybe there's an enemy they have to face or something, and they win the day or something if they end up surviving, because it is heaven and hell, something they've never faced before. Because also I want to kind of up the ante here a bit, because they've done a lot. They've been through alternate universes and timelines. They faced off against demigods and transformed into gods themselves, but they never interacted and faced off against gods like this. Or at least the ideas that I currently present within my brain cavity. I know, very interesting way to say in my head, but it is true. Hold on. Oh yeah, I just remembered. I'm not sure of how many people have actually caught this, but in season 1, episode 3 of Spiral, I think. Let me check. No, it was episode 4. I think it was Triangle drills into the freaking planet and eventually comes out the other side, and there's this little diagram of how or how far Triangle actually drilled, and you actually see Titanus from the Harry's Godzilla show make an appearance. Essentially that was just meant to establish hey, there exists on the same planet. So while it might confuse some people, if they're really that diehard to know the answers, there's other shows right there that explain it. Well, and the heater's about to go off in 3, 2, 1, and oh, we got it wrong this time. I forgot there's a little bit of a cooldown. Hold on, how many Mugen videos have been uploaded so far? I think like 2 of them? Just about. Oh, well. Alright, is anyone still on the stream? I am. Thank you. There's some life in here. Well, you know what? Shout out to Tops. Tops has been in the stream for like the whole time, and I've also been working with her for the past few years, so I feel like at least Tops deserves a shout. Thank you. You're welcome. Such like the quickest responses ever. Thank you. You're welcome. I want to actually make a Matthew Mumbles episode about this, but there's actually like I'm just kind of thinking about it because like I'm reminiscing on nostalgia and such. There's these YouTube videos that I like are completely lost, at least to me. There's this one video of because back then I used to be into Thomas the Tank Engine. There's this one video where like this kid showed off his like bedroom and he had like a Thomas bed and he had like several toys. That was like one of my childhood videos. I remember being like very like low frame rate, like low quality, but you could still see what was in it, right? I, for the life of me, can't find it at all. Like, I think it's just one of those things where like the channel may have gotten deleted or the video may have gotten deleted. Maybe I don't remember how much views it got because again, I was like very little at the time, but who knows where that video is. Another Thomas video was this one where it's like a ton of like different Thomas merchandise. They were like going on tracks. There was like mini Thomases, there was like giant Thomases, the Trackmaster ones that were like electric, and then they roll on the tracks. There's like so much of them. I think it was like titled like Thomas World or something. Not to be confused with the real life Thomas Land, but it was like quite literally just Thomas toys all over the tables. Like so much of them. I'm actually gonna try and find it right now. Like it was a very specific video. I found it and then like I lost it again. I don't know. I guess I didn't add it to my watch later because that's what you should be realistically doing. Thomas train stunts for 100 million views. Damn. You don't really think about how popular Thomas is until you really just look at the view count of these videos. Like some of these videos, like I guess most of them are from Ryan's World. That's like a whole other can of worms I'm not going to be opening. But like so many of these have like 30 million views, 60 million views, 100 million views. So much of them. And I'm just happy that the newer generations are at least to some degree growing up with Thomas. Because Thomas, again, was like one of my favorite things to grow up with. I have like this one specific memory of going to Toys R Us and literally going with my mom, and I'd literally pick out a Percy toy. There goes the heater again, and I like go. I want Percy because Thomas needs a friend, and so we literally just bought him. You know, those were just simpler times. You didn't have to worry about bills. You didn't have to worry about groceries. You didn't have to worry about jobs. You just worried about whatever you wanted next. And I guess in a way, my channel is kind of all about celebrating that, like nostalgia, 2010s and 2000s nostalgia specifically, because a lot of my interests do kind of like come from there. I'm still doing a lot of the same stuff that I did in the 2010s, like reviewing toys and doing these little internet skits with them, my plushies and stuff. Of course, in a different way, but it's still at heart the same way. And I feel like one of the best compliments that I could have ever gotten from one of my videos is, this seems like something out of the 2010s or something like that. And that's honestly one of my favorite things. I remember a friend of mine, very close friend of mine, their brother looked at one of my videos and, oh God, freaking computer's about to die. There we go. So anyways, like I was saying, so yeah, that's like one of my favorite compliments that I've ever gotten. Because when you're trying to do something with like your project and someone tells you that it's doing that very thing, you know you succeeded. You know you succeeded. And that's how I know I truly succeeded with my channel. I'm still doing it, but I'm just happy. And especially since, like, I know a lot of my current viewers are, like, younger, maybe, like, around the Gen Alpha to maybe younger Gen Z. But I'm just hoping, like, the stuff that I grew up with and presenting, I can show to them. And hopefully, in a way, they'll be able to grow up with it as well. Like Mugen. Weirdly enough, I get a lot of people telling me that my art looks like something from the 90s cartoon, despite me not being from the 90s. That's totally fair. You know what? I know the 90s has a very certain flair, and I can see the resemblance. But you know what I say? Literally ride on that. What I mean by that is literally like look up stuff from the 90s, like 90s style art, and apply that to your art style. If it wasn't already close enough already. The tea. I got Markiplier on my feed. Yay. Perhaps I will. Go for it. You know, one of my favorite, like, on the topic of, YouTubers, because I mentioned Markiplier, one of my favorite YouTubers is Electro Boom. Like, I'm pretty sure I've talked about him at least once or twice, but Electro Boom, if you guys don't know, he's an electrician. But he's not in the like a boring YouTuber who just like explains like, oh, this part goes here and this part gives you like how many volts. He does still explain all of that, but he also shows what not to do. And like almost every video he puts out, he like explodes or blows something up, and it's so freaking funny. Like, I think his most popular video, which is his electric guitar video, he like made his own electric guitar out of like a slab of wood and attached metal wires to it. Which, keep in mind, I know nothing about music, but I know for a fact that that's not how you make an electric guitar, as the title would have you say. Because an electric guitar is literally just a guitar amplified by electricity when it comes to like its sound output, right? It detects it. It's not literal wires running through the string, but effectively when he does it, like he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he hits the string with his hand, it blows up and sends him like freaking flying. It's so funny. Even though he nearly freaking dies. Also, there's this other video. I don't know if it's still on this channel because I think it got taken down because of like community guideline stuff. But he tried to shave his mustache like via a lot of different ways that were not this typical razor. He tried using like a regular kitchen knife. He tried gluing like a large box to his mustache and then letting the weight of it like almost wax it. He did wax it himself. He also tried putting a homemade taser, and then zap to the hair follicle. And I think the funniest one was he tried lighting him. Oh my god. Can I even say this? He put lighter fuel on himself and then, there, I'm just gonna say it. So I'm just gonna say that. Like, that's literally what he did. I think there does exist re-uploads, but it's like one of those things where if you want to watch it, go ahead. Like, if you find that sort of humor funny, well, that explains why it got taken down. It was pretty funny stuff. The tea. And there goes the heater again. It almost feels like it's getting shorter every time. I don't know about you guys. I don't know about you tops, but it feels like it's getting shorter. The days get shorter, much like my heater. The days get shorter, the years get shorter, the heater gets shorter. I'm feeling a conspiracy theory coming on. This year felt like nothing, not gonna lie. Eh, I mean, I more or less agree, but at least it wasn't 2024. A lot of stuff technically happened, but for me, I did jack crap last year. Like, so much stuff happened I was not able to do. And for the stuff I did do, I didn't really do much of. It went by so fast. It did. Like, so much stuff from January, I almost feel like almost like a few weeks or at best a few months ago. Hmm. There we go. So yeah, just something I hope for 2026 is that I'm able to actually do something. You know, there's a something I've always wanted to do for the last little while. And I know some people from this place actually do watch me or my content in general, but I've always wanted to go to Brazil, specifically Rio de Janeiro. Like, oh my God, I have seen so much like videos on TikTok and YouTube about Rio de Janeiro. I kid you not. I I fell in love with it. I want to go. I want to go someday. Like gone for a few days is the constant cold and hello to the big beautiful beaches of Rio. Like why else do you think I made a whole season based around Rio of Tavigas? Like that's exciting. I don't travel much myself. Well, where would you want to go? Probably to Japan or Florida. Good choices. In Japan, you get to hang out with a giant lizard. In Florida, you get to hang out with a bunch of smaller lizards. So pick your poison. But Japan is a good choice. Mainly just like removing the Godzilla iconography aside, I would want to go there specifically just to see like a lot of the scenery there. Just I don't know, I'm so mesmerized by that. So much of the aesthetic of Japan itself. It's so visually spectacular. I also had thoughts of one day going to Dubai. I just want to visit the Burj Khalifa. I'm gonna be real here. Um, I just want to one day also just go to the Middle East, mainly because I'm just fascinated. I don't know where I'm fascinated most is where I want to go. So sometime in the Middle East. But my first option, if I had to pick one place on the planet, it's Rio de Janeiro. I hope to go next year, but the likelihood of that actually happening is very, very low. Not just from a money and time standpoint, but just because of a multitude of different other reasons that I'd rather not get into. See, like I can go to my YouTube analytics right now and see that a large majority of you are from Brazil. I'm not going to give too much away from my YouTube analytics, but the second most watched country, for my videos at least, is Brazil. So I know at least a few people who watch my content are from Rio. Maybe not Rio specifically, or just in Brazil. Because let's be honest, Brazil, when people think of Brazil, they think of Rio. But there's so much more to Brazil than just Rio. I know that, you know that, we all know that. Or do you know that? But I'm also pretty proud of like myself because again, I'm not gonna reveal a whole lot when it comes to like my YouTube analytics and such. But when I look at like the list of people like countries that watch my content, I feel so proud of myself. Like, I just see so much different countries that even some I'll personally admit right now, I didn't even know existed. I'll be honest, I didn't even know existed. But I feel so proud that so many people across the world have seen my videos, have heard my voice. I'm so happy about that. I genuinely am. I honestly don't know much about it that much. Brazil or like Rio in specific? Because mostly how I know about Rio is take a wild guess. That one movie with the bluebirds. Both. That's fine. But that's also part of the reason why I want to go there someday is because I want to explore. You know, I want to actually see places for myself. Not just hear what other people have to say. Because the more I hear what people have to say, the more I feel disappointed because I'm feeling left out. And also, I also want like some souvenirs from such because a few years ago my parents went to Cuba and brought me like a ukulele. I adored that freaking ukulele. Sadly, earlier this year I had to say goodbye to it because something happened with our move and well, it's gone, gone for good. Rest in peace. Potentially pieces, depending on if it was thrown out. Thank God I made that video before it got chucked. Anyway, um, yeah, like I was mentioning, I want to go places. I don't want to just stay here the whole time. I want to go out there. Let's go. Let's go to Mexico. Let's go to Brazil. Let's go to the freaking Philippines. Let's go to Japan. Let's go anywhere in the world. And that's also something I hope to do one day. Make a travel vlog. Like, come on. Someday it'll happen. Trying to also like think here from a traveling standpoint. Like, where would I also want to go in addition to though? Well, like I mentioned, Mexico's one of them because I don't know. Mexico just seems like just a. I am aware like of the dangers of going to Mexico, particularly because of a certain thing that kind of plagues it, but I also do like the just the overall aesthetic of Mexico, you know? The beaches there just look nice, the resorts, the restaurants, the shops as well. I also hope to get a Mexican bootleg. I know there's some on eBay I've actually seen. I could just order it online, but like it's one thing to order online, but it's also another to actually go in person and get them. Because newsflash, not all Mexican bootlegs are created the same. Like, say if you have a Mexican bootleg figure, that's not gonna look like the next one. It's never gonna look one to one. Because from what I know, Mexican bootlegs are individually like made. They can use the same mold, same paint scheme, but it'll never be one to one. But again, a man can dream. I know this just turned into me fascinating about the idea of me traveling. But I've wanted to travel for a little while, okay? And plus, at the end of the day, this channel is about what I like, right? If travel wasn't so expensive, I'd totally do it. Yeah, that's that's also a bit of a caveat. Is that depending on where you go or where you live, travel can be very expensive. The farthest I've been is like two or three nearby states. I can more or less relate to, the same where I am at least. But as far as like actual plane across the world travel, never been. I'll also admit I've never even been on a plane before. That is something I'm willing to admit. But every time I've seen a plane, I fly up above my head, I look up at it, and I always go, someday, someday you'll be up there looking down at everyone. It'll be your turn. I know, just giving myself more self encouragement, regardless if it sounds sad or not. It's just the way I roll. This isn't actually that bad. If you're wondering what I'm looking at right now, I decided to look on eBay. I'm gonna look for some more Godzilla stuff. Why? Because I am a Godzilla loving hack. You know, it's kind of funny because I remember like one of my parents said like back in, oh God, I don't remember even when it was, like 2015, 2016, like, oh, your Godzilla obsession is gonna end in a few years. Guess what? It's 2025 near 2026, and I'm still into this damned lizard. Also doesn't help that they're cranking out these movies like clockwork. Like, just to give you guys the roadmap, next year we're supposed to be getting Godzilla Minus Zero, which is a sequel to Godzilla Minus One. The following year, we're supposed to be getting Godzilla Kong the New Empire, or sorry, Godzilla Kong Supernova, wrong damn movie, which is a sequel to Godzilla Kong the New Empire. And after that, sometime we're supposed to be getting Godzilla the Southeast Asia project, which is going to be a new movie. And then Toho is reportedly making Shin Godzilla 2. So we're getting, if everything goes according, we're getting 4 new Godzilla movies in the next few years. 4 in separate continuities. Different directors, different producers. So people wonder why I'm into this damn lizard. It's because it's always fresh. It always changes things up. You want something dark and gritty? There you go. You want something lighthearted and dumb, corny fun? There you go. You know, I'd also mentioned on the community post that I was going to be mentioning some lost media regarding the Average Godzilla show, but I think I'm also going to drop some trivia as far as like lost media is concerned for the channel. There's um there's a video that I made around 2016. It was for my class, and the only record I have of it are emails, because back then YouTube used to email you of each and every video you uploaded, essentially saying, "Congratulations, your video's uploaded," or something like that. It was meant for my grade 6 uh class. Was it math class? I don't remember. It was for my class, and it was a very crummy video, even for my standards back then. The video in question was, if I remember correctly, me organizing my Godzilla collection and showing the class how to, like, how I do it. And people didn't really seem to like it. So I deleted it. I kind of regret doing that now, because I would have loved to have seen, like, how that would have been. Because now, like, the only... Because, again, I'll actually go in my email right now. Because the only record of it, again, I have of it are... just emails. If I remember correctly as well, an old buddy of mine, like, got super upset with me. Like, with the video. Literally just because it was bad. Let's actually punch this in. Can we find it? Maybe not the video, but the remnants of what was the video. Wait. Huh, I found it. Well, that's a silly thing to be upset with you over. It was. I see their comment. WTF, well, WTF, WTF, WTF. Let's see. This video is not available. I have the original URL. The original title was Classifying / Organizing, featuring my Godzilla collection. In brackets, school project in capitals. So that's a lost video. It's not privated, it's not unlisted, it is permanently deleted. Another video that became lost media for a while was the first ever video I uploaded to the channel, which was like a Godzilla little sneak peek thing. It was before Welcome to My Channel, which was uploaded in April 2016. This video was uploaded in January 2016. I found it because I sent it to someone through like DMs. So I had to go out to my old DMs, fish that video out, and re-upload it on my channel like 9 years later. The reason why it was originally deleted was because it was privated, and I think for whatever reason I just deleted it, either on purpose or on accident. But thankfully I did find a re-upload of it. Or it was not a re-upload, it was me sending it to someone, and then I fished it out. But in all fairness, like going back to the person in question, like who got upset with me over the video, they were um they were a person who I didn't exactly see eye to eye with, even back then. Because we had our moments where we didn't like each other, then we had our moments where we did like each other, didn't like, did like. It was just like a back and forth, stupid, silly charade. Until finally, like the last time I ever talked to that person, we were on the bus. This was before COVID. Um, I guess at like some point we just like went to different schools and we just happened to catch each other on the bus. I guess I just wasn't in a good mood, if I remember correctly. And they'd ask me, "Hey, what? Hey, man, what's wrong?" It's like, "Hey, nice to see you again." And then I like told them what's wrong with me, and then they got off the bus, and that was the last time I ever saw them. Yeah, I don't have any other contact info. I, if I remember correctly, they deleted their Google accounts. So yeah, just lost touch. But I hope they're doing well. If they ever want to rekindle any friendship or like catch up at all, they're more than welcome to. My DMs are wide open. I don't even know if they still watch my videos, to be honest. I don't even know if they even remember me. But such is life. We lose contact with a lot of people, and then we just move on. Let's see here. Oh wait, hold up. That actually reminds me. Um, 2016, of course, like as I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, this year or next year is going to be like 2016 was 10 years ago, And a lot of people are campaigning to bring back 2016, all this like 2016 nostalgia and elements. So again, like I may mention, I'm going to contribute to that. A lot of my 2016 videos are going to be coming back in new ways, as if it wasn't already. I think I might have to end the live stream soon just because I have been live streaming for a little while. Like, not right now, this instant, but maybe in a little bit. Plus, I do have some stuff I need to be doing tomorrow. And I'm kind of surprised I've been live streaming as long as I have been. My phone's a little bit warm, but I'm surprised it's just like, yeah, that's fair. Whew. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to wear a black shirt. 'Cause damn, I'm getting hot. It's not even the fault of the heater. It's literally just the fault of myself. I tend to get cold and hot very easily. see, can I think of any other lost media from the channel? I actually think I can. There was a video that I had recorded, a full length vlog video that I had edited, recorded, and put together. And unfortunately, the video editor that I had at the time, keep in mind this was before Video Show, this was before InShot, it didn't work. I don't know what to say, but the video editor in question, like it put the videos on the timeline, right? When you're editing, but it just wouldn't process. I don't know what the problem was. I still don't to this day. But eventually, I just decided to put what I had up on YouTube, and that was history. I've since taken those videos down just because, like, they actually got blocked, which is kind of scary considering the fact that I didn't want my channel to, like, get copyright wrecked or anything. Because I've already had to deal with claims and, like, oh my god, that's so crappy. I also wouldn't consider this a piece of lost media. Well, maybe you can consider it. But there was a short film that I had made for school called The Great Race, which was for T.O.S.G. And I had filmed like live action segments with me and myself and Rad and Godzilla. We'd race to the center of the school. And I had presented it to my class as a school project. I was never able to release it on YouTube because I didn't want to like showcase any personal information like that. So it kind of sat in my archives for like nearly 4 years until earlier this year where I'd actually put it out in like a re-edited, re-filmed form. And so I'd like put like the original short together in a way where like I altered the scenes out, but it still looked coherent. So I guess it's not really lost media. But you could count it if you really wanted to. Question mark? I don't know. I'm fascinated because there's a lot of videos I made over the years that never really saw the light of day. I kind of wish they did. Nice drink. The last remainder of my tea. You know, it's kind of funny because even though I've said this like a bajillion times before, I've talked to my camera more times than I've talked to actual people. That is probably an exaggeration, but like it feels that way. So maybe let me rephrase that. I talk to cameras better than I talk to other people. I feel like that's a better way to put it. I get what you mean. Yeah, well, when you've been doing is YouTube as much as I have, you tend to do that. Well, guys, we have another cat here. It's Thomas. Hello, Thomas. Come here. Do you have anything to say to the live stream? Holding him right up to the microphone. Anything to say? Nah, he's fairly silent right now. He's my little fuzzy orange boy. He's very soft and cuddly. I love him. I should do more videos with him. That's what I hope to do one day. Maybe turn this channel into a cat channel. Cat View T.O.S.G. There you go. That'd be an interesting name. But anyways, I think we're at the crossroads, everyone. I think this is where the live stream ends. I'm gonna be honest. I was not expecting to stream for this long. I was expecting maybe like half hour, maybe an hour's tops. Hey, I'm on a roll. But here we are, 2.5 hours. I don't think I have streamed this long in a long time. Like, goddamn, has it been a very long time. But thank you guys for joining in, unless you're watching from the replay, which again, thank you as well. So maybe you're from the distant future, or just watching me from the distant past, whatever. Maybe you're watching this in the year 2035 or something. I would be very surprised if you were. But anyways, I guess this is where I get off now. I don't know, I feel weird ending it now, you know? It's just one of those things where you're just doing it for a long time and you just end it. Anyways, thank you to Tops Wormsley for joining me as well. I kind of wish I had you on stream. Like, literally talking alongside me. Would you want to do that one day? If you're still in the stream? Like, actually talk with me on live? Because you name the dates. Maybe we could do that sometime. I'd love to. I'd love to as well. But anyways, enough dragging it out. Thank you for watching. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. Thank you to Tops Wormsley again for joining for the whole stream. Thank you as well for joining or whatever. See you guys next time. Subscribe. Peace out, everyone.